My date thought I was faking my brother's death for attention, and what he did next made the entire bar throw him out into the street. I was wearing my brother's jacket. My date noticed immediately. "That's a men's jacket," he said. "Boyfriend's?" I told him it was my brother's. "He died 8 months ago. Car accident." He nodded, but something in his tone felt off. 20 minutes in, he asked why I kept touching the sleeve. I didn't realize I was doing it. "It helps on bad days," I said. He watched me for a long moment. "You do that a lot." Then he leaned forward. "Can I ask you something? Don't take this the wrong way. Do you talk about your brother on dates a lot?" I told him this was my first date since it happened, right? He said slowly. "It's just, I looked at your social media. There's a lot of posts about him. Grief updates, memorial photos, donation links." I told him we were raising money for MAD. "Every week?" he asked. "Seems like a lot." My face got hot. He was my little brother. He held up his hands. "I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I've seen this before. Grief influencers. They monetize trauma for sympathy and attention." I laughed because it was absurd. He didn't laugh. "Think about it. You wear his jacket on dates. You bring it up within 30 minutes. You touch it constantly like you're reminding me." I told him I wasn't performing anything. "Then why are you defensive?" His voice got louder. "If it's real, why do you need to prove it?" People were staring. I grabbed my phone to leave. He caught my wrist. "Don't run. That's what someone caught in a lie does." I pulled back and told him to stop. "Stop what? Calling out manipulation? Real grief doesn't look this perfect." The bar went quiet. "Prove it," he said. "Show me the obituary. Funeral photos. Something real." My hands shook as I pulled up my brother's memorial page. The death certificate. He barely looked. Could be anyone. Could be photoshopped. Then he reached across and grabbed the jacket collar. "Let me see the tag. Bet it's brand new. Bet you bought this at a thrift store last week." I yanked back. The sleeve tore. The chain with my brother's ashes, the small vial I kept in the inner pocket, fell out and shattered on the floor. The bar exploded. A woman screamed. 3 men stood up at once. My date stared at the ashes scattered everywhere. "Oh, fuck," he whispered. I didn't know. A bartender vaulted the bar. "Get out." My date tried to stand. I didn't know. She never said. "You called her a liar," someone roared. "You ripped a dead man's jacket off his sister." A woman knelt by the ashes, crying. "I lost my son last year." She couldn't finish. Someone dumped a beer over his head. Another threw nachos. He stumbled into a table. The bartender grabbed his collar and dragged him to the door. "You're banned for life." The whole bar screamed at him. The door opened and he was thrown onto the sidewalk. The bar erupted in applause. I was on my knees trying to gather the ashes. People brought napkins, a small container. They helped me collect every bit. The bartender knelt beside me. "Your tab's covered." "I'm so sorry." Then the man who threw his beer sat on the floor next to me. "My sister died 3 years ago," he said quietly. "I wear her hoodie when I miss her." He helped me seal the container. "I'm James. When you're ready, I'd really like to buy you dinner somewhere quiet. If you want company that isn't garbage."